So you want to learn about beer? Stay tuned and never fear. They're the guys for the case, 'cause they'll tell you all about what they taste. We got Mudhole, B&Q, we loves Star Wars and grilling too. And Knops guy loves baseball and board games, he's played them all. There's no place I'd rather spend the Monday nights than here, having a few chuckles and damn good beer. Now it's time to Beerded Guys.
Because you weren't here to actually prep. Like, you just got here. So
you don't know where you're supposed to sit? Is that...
I know where I'm sitting. But
I feel like the runt right now.
What is up, guys? Welcome back for episode 109 of the Two Beerded Guys on TBG_Ops Guy.
I'm drinking some bourbon cream coffee. I mean, Mudhog B&Q.
And our guest today,
Jacob Dungan. I'm ready to drink.
Perfect. And behind the camera, the one, the only, you're lucky you can't see him.
I'll scream Matt.
Sorry for starting a little bit late, guys. That is 100% my fault. I was running late with baseball. You know, the typical summer, spring thing for me. So this might happen again. But I'm excited. We just got done talking to Indiana on Tap the other day and telling them that we are going to be representing at almost every single one of their beer fests they do this year. We will have a booth at all the on-tap events, except for Indiana Beach. We will be there partying. We're going to have a whole lot of fun stuff we're going to do that weekend. But yeah, we've actually already got our cabin, and we're actually ahead of the game for once. It's kind of weird. I'm glad we did, because if the price went up already, who knows what would happen closer to the event.
You know, also, one of these is in Brookville, I think. That might be worthy to stay down there, too.
Might be. We're going to have a damn good time this summer. I have to only miss, I think, 2 because of baseball this year.
That's really pretty good.
Like, I was shocked. And then John's like, I don't have any plans, so I can do them. And then the ones Matt has to miss isn't the ones I'm missing, so we literally were able to, like...
Yeah.
I think I had, like, 2 maybes. Like,
yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, so
I'm just counting them as no's for now, but yeah, we're doing pretty damn good for once.
I have to go to, like, 7 beer fests this summer for work. Damn.
For free, too.
For free.
Yeah. It's a rough life, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I hear.
All right, who brought animal crackers, by the way? Because this is awesome.
Me. This is the perfect palate cleanser, scientifically proven.
It's really pretty good.
Animal crackers are perfect. That's a win. All right, we have a great beer lineup. Make sure you check out our sponsors. I haven't even looked, to be honest.
Yeah, we really just gripped and ripped.
To be perfectly honest, I hadn't even looked yet. Look at the sponsors on the side of our screen. As always, check them out. If you're in the water game, you know, you need your beer, or your hospital or a restaurant, or anybody that needs nice, clean, high-quality H2O, call our good friend over at Water Performance Technologies, LLC, better known as Ugly Pete's Water. Turf's Up Radio sponsors our podcast. You'll see off-screen, Matt. You'll see Indie Craft Brew when we get to the camera. Did you already line this up?
Nope.
I didn't look at.
There we go. Done nothing,
It
buddy.
looked like it was pretty good when I kind of did a quick check.
But other than that, guys, I forget who else is
American
up there.
Liquor, I left them on for another week.
Did you?
Liquor,
They're
barely
going
know
to
her.
be in town both Thursday and Friday, doing some tastings at... Thursday is going to be Total Wine. Friday is Sobro Spirits.
Check out both of those, because their vodka is stupid good, and it annoys me to say that.
And very affordable.
Yeah, $20 a bottle.
$20 a bottle.
$20 a fifth, and it tastes good for vodka. Like,
So,
I thought I'd say that.
now we're going to kick off the show, as we always do, with our most anticipated beers. Matt, take it away. And that Hopler hat looks good on you today.
Thank you. It likes you back, buddy. I really had a tough toss-up here. I think I'm going to have to go with the Sun King, the chocolate vanilla porter, the barrel aged, just because there's just so much there. I really wanted to go for the Sump Coffee, because that sounds good for, I think, Parish, but there's just so much going on on
Perennial.
that. A Perennial? I knew it was one of those P. Starts with a P, that's close, you know?
Hey, you're closer than I expected.
Yeah, but yeah, that Sun King just sounds too delicious.
John?
You know what? The pure label whore in me is going with the Manda. the Mandarinian. Mandarinian.
Yeah, it's hard to... when I picked the can to ask you about it, I had it in my head, like, got it. When I tried to say, like...
Mandarinian.
Yeah.
And Duncan.
So, I'm eyeing this Imagination Zeitgeist because I think it might be Trump making out with Ruth Bader Ginsburg on the label. I'm not really sure. Still trying to confirm that, but it's piqued my interest.
That does kind of look like they're making out a little bit on here.
That's all I'm saying.
For me, ooh. Oh. I'm gonna go with the pills, to be honest. From OEC, that could be very good. They make a good beer, and I love a good Pilsner anyways. Just got off the baseball diamond, like a Pilsner just sounds good.
Yeah. The order is what the order is.
Oh, I'm excited for that. I've already been looking at the order a little bit. Check out the post on Instagram, guys. Comment on it. What beers would you be excited to try, or what beers do you want us to maybe type up a little bit of something on a post if you're really wanting just a little more information on it.
Yeah.
We're all for interacting. Instagram's where we're the most active. You can get a hold of us on Facebook pretty much just as easy. We try to respond to YouTube, but I forget sometimes. It's fine.
Charlie's really building up to his OnlyFans account. He's just trying to get in the swing of doing that whole
Beer and
interaction
belly
and
buttons.
everything.
Damn
Yeah,
straight.
man.
Beer and belly buttons, baby.
Belly buttons.
But yeah, make sure you interact with us. We love getting to meet new people.
Yeah.
Also, if you're going to be at any of the Indiana on Tap events, let us know ahead of time.
Yeah, come see us,
because
sure.
we will absolutely try to hook up, meet up, drink a beer together, come by our tent. If it's one of the mini booths, we'll have our tent at. Oh, shit, I got to buy a new one. That reminds me. Thank you.
We also need to work with them because last year's Loggers in Lawrence was awesome. Us having hey, to sign up for this, come to our.
Oh, yeah.
We need more stuff like that.
Oh, absolutely. So, yeah, check all that out. It is time to drink. I have talked too damn much. Our first beer is
Do we want to
Imagine.
go to Matt?
Yeah, there's actually people on and watching right now.
Our first beer is. Go ahead, Matt.
I got Kevin Atwell on. Says, "Hey guys, sitting at Traders watching."
What's up, buddy?
Thanks, Kevin. Sorry we started a little late. Russell Owens, what's up, guys? Go Tar
Russell.
Heels. So we know what fan he's of.
Hey.
She Carry.
It's popping a Willie.
Oh,
Camera.
it's been doing that the whole time.
Yeah,
Huh?
maybe you should fix the camera.
What?
Tripod leg. It's up off the ground.
Oh, look at that. I don't know. John, shit moves around here like every week.
There you
Bam.
go, buddy.
I never would have noticed that. How you not saying that? It's like,
Oh, it's been doing it the whole time.
I can imagine that camera just rocking.
Hey, if this camera's rocking, don't come knocking, buddy. So She Carry is on. Says, what's up? Hey. We got He Carry as well.
The carries!
We got both carries.
Ooh, is Bunny watching today?
And Brett Sansa, what's up, fellas? What is up, Dungan?
I want to know if enough, how many mouthfeels we need to drop today. So let us know, Bunny's.
What?
Bunny's
I'll
watching.
give it right in her mouth, Phil.
All right, I'll go ahead and go over it before we forget. Our scoring system is very simple. I'm going to do it
Pay
first.
attention.
I'm going to do it first this time because we'll forget. We are on the Untapped scale in quarter increments, so 0.25 to 5. There can be no zeros because Untapped doesn't, register as zeros. So
There would have been.
there would definitely be. 3 is a perfectly average beer for us. So that's if you go, man, this style is a Pilsner. It's nothing special, nothing great. Not just it's a 3, sure. Or this stout it's a solid stout, but it doesn't go above and beyond. Very Guinness light. That's a 3. All right, so we go above that. That's above average beer. You get to 4. 4 and higher is like I'm seeking this beer out. This is a beer that after I'm done here, I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna find out where they sell that because I'm gonna go buy another one. 4, 7, 5, and 5, or you take it to the next level of. Not only am I seeking this out, it's some of my favorite beer I've ever had. Under a 3 is below average, but that 2 to 3 is still very drinkable. Just maybe there was something that was that doesn't quite hit the style or something like that. Under 2 is when you're starting to go, well, shit, I already paid for this. Well, I guess I'll go ahead and drink it. Under 1 is you're getting into drain pour territory, where you open that beer, your buddy hands you a beer, and you take a drink, and you go, no, and right down the drain. And then you do what with that can?
Fuck it out the window, sir.
Exactly.
That's what I was going to say.
All right, so our first beer is from Imagination. Of course, you start with one of these that every time I read their damn brewery name, I want to say Imagination, and it drives me up the wall.
That's all John's fault.
It is the Zeitgeist Fruited Double Berliner Weiss Style Ale at 6%. We're looking at, I do love how they're the ones that do all the community events, and they even list them. But,
TK.
no flavors in it. Well, it doesn't tell you, is what I mean. I was like,
So that's going to be an unfortunate
oh,
beer.
there it is.
I think it's raspberry.
Cherry, mango, strawberry.
I was wrong.
Those in very small letters
That's
right
an
there.
interesting combo. I don't know if we've had that.
And it says
combo before.
real cherry. Real cherry, mango, and strawberry puree.
But not real.
Fake mango.
Not real mango then, huh?
So we have fake mango, we have strawberry puree, and real cherry.
cherry.
All right, I need your glasses, boys.
Oh, Bunny's on too. She says she is here too.
Good.
Bunny Mouthfeel Davis.
Buddy Mouthfeel Davis. I like it. So does Carrie.
That's a nice shade of almost like orange. Watch
We
it
do
pour
so
out.
many like thick fruited sours. But I was just like, let's go back to that Berliner Weiss again.
I'm happy.
And a nice clear.
But the thick ones are so good, John.
Oh, there's something.
The thick ones do more stuff.
The world's
There's
too
definitely
small for
floaties in it
walls.
though.
I told you.
That's absolutely Trump making out. Yep.
I think I'm not so bad on the floating
Now
game.
is
I got
that
some bubbles,
I
but
think, it might
RBG?
be- I think it's Putin.
What?
I think it's like a fatter Putin.
I think it's RBG.
That's definitely not a female.
See?
That might be
That's what I'm
interesting.
saying.
That's a possibility.
Put on the can. Let's see what the people say.
and we got
Yeah, get
Jennifer
close up.
Becker's on too. What's up, BYBC?
What's up, BBC? All right, so I'm gonna give this a nice
shit, nah.
Smo Money swirl. Nice nose on it.
Yeah, actually.
Very light, but very fruity still. Like it's not like one of those overwhelming, like fuck, but it's got a nice fruity
Little bit.
aroma.
I take my first sip and I really think that it's going to pucker me up, and it doesn't. It lays back a little bit.
It's sour without puckering, a little dry, but not where you're sitting there going, I need something else to drink.
It's more of a tart than like a super sour. It's not a pucker sour. It's like ooh, that's a refreshing tart.
kind of a
Yeah.
nice fruit flavor to it. This wouldn't be bad on the boat on a hot day.
It would not. That is true.
As we learned, strawberry can be difficult, and I think the strawberry is a little bit jammy, kind of nice. The mango is more of a balancer and a blender between the two.
Yeah, the cherry and the strawberry come out. The mango definitely is the sweeter, like blender.
Yep.
It actually kind of works. It's a little like it sounded like a good combination, but I thought that might not blend well, but it does.
What do
It
you
doesn't
think,
have
Nick?
that nasty mango, when you get like a mouthful of mango,
Yeah.
like artificial mango, it just doesn't go well.
It definitely feels a little more natural, even though it doesn't say if it's real or fake.
Right?
Yeah, the mango's the question mark. Let us know what the situation is on that mango.
We know the
guys.
strawberry's puree, and we know the cherry's real. But what is the mango?
That's a question.
The question of the day.
for the ages.
What is fake mango?
What is the mango?
I really like that. I am pleasantly surprised. I didn't know what I expected as a fruit combination. Haven't had before.
That combination makes sense as to why it's not as puckering. Mm-hmm. Both that jammy of the strawberry and that mango are a little sweeter
Yeah.
type fruit, so it doesn't surprise me that we're not getting like a pucker. I was hoping for one a little bit,
Me too.
but I like the flavor profile.
Yeah.
I'm just getting picky at this point. If I could have got a little more of that pucker with this flavor profile, it would have been a better mouthfeel too. I wanted a little more dry.
Yeah. I rate first. I was gonna go.
Where the fuck's my notebook? It's all the way under here.
I was gonna go with the 4, and then like that last sip, I catapulted it up to 4 1/4 for me. I actually really enjoy this.
Well, see, I'm like you. I want a little more pucker, and I feel like I'm almost drinking alcoholic Kool-Aid,
It has a little bit of
which
that.
isn't terrible.
That's a fair analysis.
On a boat, a hot day, I would drink it.
So what are you gonna score?
I'm gonna say middle of the road 3.
So we're gonna go 4 1/4 with John. We're gonna go with 3 with Duncan, and I'm gonna give it a 4.
3.75.
It's not a bad average for that.
That's terrible.
If it would have been, if I'd have got a little more pucker,
Yeah.
it'd have been a 4 1/4 for me. But without that, I just couldn't go any higher.
Yeah.
Overall, solid beer though. People put up walls not to keep each other out, but to see who cares enough to break them down. Socrates. Matt, not that you count, but what would your score have been?
At this juncture, I'm gonna have to agree with John. That was a tasty beverage. I would like to have that again. I would like to find it, and I would like to drink more of it. That was good.
I thought that first sip, I thought it was gonna be tart, and I was like, "Oh, Matt's not gonna like." Oh wait, no, you will.
Yeah, that was really good. I respect that you guys could, if it was a smidge more tart, I would be okay with it, but I'm happy with the flavor where it's at enough that I'm like, it's good. It's just a good flavor.
Well,
And it's original.
as you can tell from me, like I still gave it seek out score, but
Yeah.
I just wanted give me a little more. And I think after, 1,000 beers on this show,
Flex.
we have gotten to the point now where it's like, I think we do nitpick a little bit more than we ever did. But at the same time, the first probably 100 to 400, we were assholes with a bunch of them. Like, I know we're going to have better beer than this, so fuck this beer.
Yeah.
You with Freedom Stout that first time, gave it like a 4.5.
Yeah.
Jackass.
Settle down a little bit.
He grows up, and he grows up.
He realized it needed to be a 5. Other beers we've realized should have been lower.
Yeah.
Like that beer that Matt talked me into such a high score,
He did.
getting so excited about. He talked me into like loving that beer, and it really wasn't that great. It's fine. It's whatever.
What are we talking about? That
Yeah.
Dragon's Milk? No.
No, it
That was
was.
Stavel's
Golden Drock.
Yeah.
Yes.
I stand behind it. I think that was. I remember really enjoying
I want to
that.
drink it again because
We need
I would like to
my
have it
like
again
next
to see.
day I was like,
You were mad.
I was. Matt talked me into a very high score.
I really enjoyed it. I stand behind my score of that.
Peer pressure.
Guess we're not getting a rinse on that.
Beer
Nah.
pressure, I should say.
So I need glasses again.
That wasn't that
So
dark.
Jake, my man, what have you been doing for work lately? Are you still doing the computer thing or?
I'm doing computer things, yes.
Yep.
I work for a company that does hospice and home health care software.
You got to lick it, John.
So actually got a new job
Lick you.
recently.
I thought you did. I just didn't know where exactly you were.
Yeah,
or
well,
what
With a
you were
company based in Utah. I'm working remote.
Oh,
Everybody
nice.
works remote these days.
doing. It's really nice.
It is. Except when your 2-year-old is shoving cheese under your door.
You're hungry.
I just want to give you a snack, you know? I mean,
Then
that's
it's
just
hilarious.
thoughtful.
She's just like, Dad, you're hungry. I got you.
No, it's great. So I do healthcare integration, and been doing that for the last 4 or 5 years, and I will always have a job. So.
Are you still building web pages for people on the side?
I do occasionally, and I'm trying to stop.
Pro bono.
And I never can stop. Well, I noticed that you guys don't have an active web page.
Yes, we do.
No, we don't.
Oh, it's not active anymore?
No, because we took that because it was run through the store.
That's right.
We own the domain. There's no webpage.
Yeah.
Oh,
.com.
we should probably do that one day.
Well, we knew a guy.
Yeah, well,
We'll talk
maybe
about
you'll
that.
find someone.
Yeah. He's trying to get out of it.
Every time I think I'm out, they drag me
Yeah,
back
that's
in.
basically what happens. I'm like, I'm done doing this, and then somebody hits me up. All right,
One more.
one more.
No, I have known Jacob since first
You
grade.
took your first
Yep.
shit.
Like first grade.
Yeah, first shit.
First shit. No,
Tyler's first shit.
Jake and I have known each other since like first grade. We played ball together. Grew up, went to school together, went to class
Didn't
together.
talk about baseball.
Nah, but
Good.
I mean, I'm always for it. But it was it's just one of those. I had a chance to have my buddy on who's starting to really love craft beer. I took full advantage. So plus, I figured he'd end up making fun of me like you guys do. So
You have to.
yeah, it's fine. All right, so the Mandarinian is a dry hopped pills with mandarina, Jesus,
Right?
Bavaria, and Huell Melon hops. We have never had
had
any of those.
hops.
I am so
I
excited.
know.
From Pondicetta Brewing, it looks like. God, nobody wants to fucking make my life easy on this one. From Amarillo, Texas.
Almost like we picked him out that
We
way.
haven't had
5.2%.
Martin House. Not a lot of great luck out of Texas breweries.
No, we haven't had a lot of great luck out of Texas.
God bless Texas.
Maybe depends on this beer. It's a lot of pressure. Pondicetta.
I ain't mad at it.
It's the tip of the tongue.
Slightly hoppy pilsner, which is exactly what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, but not like overly bitter or
More fruity than bitter.
yeah.
Ooh.
Not even really a drying mouthfeel at the end.
No, it's a little more drying at the beginning than it
Yeah.
finishes better. Still clean, still crisp, but yet with just a little bit of hop flavors.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at this.
It's got a balance on top of it. Mm-hmm. Where you just don't get hit with that hoppy flavor all at once, but you get it, and it's gone.
Huh.
Well, God bless Texas.
I really
guess.
didn't know what to think of this beer. Reading what was on it, I was like, this could be. That's very pleasant.
It's clean. It is crisp. It's a pills. There's no, but it's got those nice flavors from those hops.
I could sit by the pool and drink this.
Yeah.
Like if I was tired of my Coors Lights or whatever that day, want something a little more flavor, this would be a nice one to switch to.
Yeah, I mean, talk about good lawnmower beer.
Yeah, this would be a great lawnmower beer.
Yeah.
I agree.
I love
the lawn beer.
Dude, everybody loves a good lawnmower beer. And there's just something about like when and you picture exactly what you're just like, yep, I do drink those. Yep.
And at what, 5.5%? I mean, that's about 5 acres worth.
5.2. So
I mean, drink old case and about 5 acres worth, and you're good.
yeah, that works. That'd be an expensive case probably.
Probably. Okay, maybe.
I need
12
pub
packs,
beer.
but
Pub beer is still the ultimate lawnmower beer.
Don't be mad at me.
Did you get pub beer?
I chose Rainier.
You had him send you Rainier over pub beer.
Yes, that's what I like.
Rainier over pub beer.
Yes, that's what I like.
You were wrong. Rainier's solid, but you were wrong. Oh, that is as disappointing as it gets.
Just didn't get cold snacks.
Yeah, no cold snacks.
So River North is about to release or just released their pre-sale went on this weekend for the Double Avarice, but this time it's a 20% Double Avarice. That is a very big stout. Still not as big as their anniversary stout.
No,
but a big stout. Can't wait to have that show up. I'm excited to try it.
Yes.
Because we've had the Double Avarice, so it'll be kind of funny.
I've still got a double Avarice on top of my fridge, just chilling.
It'll be kind of cool to see the difference. And I think the last double was like 16 or 17%.
Okay.
So a nice little step up.
Yeah.
It's a big beer.
Fan, let's go.
Well, we're a fan of River North anyways.
Oh, Russell says little Bernie told him you might be getting both Rainier and pub beer.
Oh, Russell's saving my ass again.
As long as there's no churro beer. It was so bad. He said it, our buddy out
That's
of
what we got
Washington.
to try.
Oh, it was. And that's what he thought too. He didn't have it until after he'd already sent it to us. And then he drank it before we got the package and he literally was like, oh shit. That was not good. It was not good.
It was literally, we were talking about this. It was like literally like the first show. He's like, oh, I'll send you guys some beer. We are like, okay, didn't think. And then the package shows up. So I was like, oh, he actually did. And it was just new enough in our show. We just met Russell and he sent us that.
Yeah.
And so I know he was all like scared.
But he did send us pub beer, so it made up for
He
it.
did.
You're saying at first you did not like Russell's package.
And then, you know,
We had pub beer. It was
You
fine.
warmed up to it.
Yeah.
So this beer, again, very clean, very crisp. Nice balance. I think balance is the word you used.
Balance.
And
yes.
I love that. Jacob, you are first to score this time.
Man. I'm going to throw out. I can do by the 2.25?
Yeah,
Okay.
in quarter increments.
I'm going to do a 4.25.
It's a solid. That's
That's-
not a bad score
no.
at all. It's actually a quarter higher, and I'm giving it another 4. Back-to-back solid beers. It didn't wow me enough to go higher than a 4, but it's absolute beer I want to look for. I want more of that.
I was going to go for it as well. It's a great, crisp, clean Pilsner. And there's a lot. There's
no
the
extra.
hoppy Pilsners are becoming more of a thing. And I really like the flavors that this one brought. So
You see a lot more hoppy lagers than pills, but even when you get a hoppy, they're getting more popular in general. Those
Yeah.
light beers where they add just a.
hint.
It's like all those hop heads that are like, all right, I'm tired of drinking IPAs, but I still like the flavor a little bit. So it's like they're gearing lighter beers towards those
So
hop
for the
heads.
guy who's not technical with beer,
Yeah.
what's the difference between Pilsner, IPA on a basic level?
Take that one, John.
I mean, so number one, it's going to be your grain bill. Pilsners are going to be a very light, lower grain bill, not as much grain going into it.
Right.
And then less hops in it. Like there's hops in almost every beer, but you're not getting as much of the bittering hops in there. The hops are basically going to be maybe a slight little bit in the beginning, but not much for the bittering, and probably really nothing much at the end because that's where you get all your flavor and aroma. And Pils not going to really rely on a lot of that. This one they probably did add more in the end. I don't know if they would have been at the end or a dry hop, but
Probably at the end.
would be my guess.
It didn't feel dry hopped.
Yeah. Sometimes dry hop, you get a little bit of more intense plant flavor, basically.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Vegetal humor.
Oh, no. I'm not paying attention.
Is it dry hopped?
Dry hopped pills.
All right.
Huh.
All right, there you go.
So it was dry hopped.
Breakdown.
It worked really
Evidently,
well.
those very pleasant hops
Yeah.
worked. I mean, that was a 4 average. That's a fantastic beer.
And what were those hops again?
Jesus. Mandarina, Bavaria, and Huel melon hops.
All right. So if you see those hops on a beer, maybe give it a try.
Matt, not that you count, but go ahead.
I thought it was pretty good. It kind of was a pills though for me. Like it did have a little more flavor, but it wasn't.
Well, it is a pills.
I don't know. I get that, but that's what I'm saying. Like it didn't like knock my socks off. It was good for a pills, but I wasn't like, oh man, I need to have me more of that. I don't know. I'll give it a 3.5. It was above average. It was good. I wouldn't search it out.
This is such a weird order.
Oh, yeah. He spent a lot of time trying to get this order just right.
So we had a sour, then a dry hopped pills. Now we're going to a stout, then it goes to another pills, then to a porter, then to another IPA,
Yeah.
then to another stout.
Yeah.
Palate cleansers, man. Switching it up on you.
No, that's the one thing. Whenever I'm not here on time, or like when I go, hey guys, I'm going to be cutting it close, they pick the order, they pick the beer. It is always so entertaining to see what happens.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of my favorite parts about when I am running late is to literally look at the order and be like, oh, what are we coming up with? By the way, thank you for coming over because I know the national title game's today. You know, a lot of people are watching that. I appreciate you still hanging out with us today.
I love this. I love learning about beer. I'm your middle of the road, not really a micro brew nerd or anything like that.
He's the Everman beer drinker.
Yeah, every man.
I'm the
Me the
everyman
everyman.
beer drinker, but if it's a good beer, I'll drink it. I'm not a veterinarian, but I know what a dog is, right?
Oh, shit!
It's pretty good.
That's a new way to do the walks like a duck
.com?
and quacks like a duck, huh?
.com.
Oh, speaking of people joining us, Drew's jumped on. Dr. Drew says, cheers, guys.
What's up?
What
Cheers,
up,
brother.
Dr. Drew?
He says, Mr. Palate Wrecker.
Yeah, it's
Tell you, man, if you try that bounce back and forth, it's kind of refreshing. Like, oh, you're almost getting more stuff out of like
That's why we
something
got
going back and
animal
forth.
crackers.
animal crap.
And Russell says, yeah, that churro beer was horrible. And in honor of that day, he shall include a barley wine, he says.
Oh.
Russell, see, this is why I love you.
And Drew says that beer order sounds like the first time anyone ordered a flight.
It's definitely an interesting order, but yeah. Like, for instance, our next beer is Little Beaver and Wolf's Ridge and Listerman collab pastry stout brewed with Lucky Marshmallows and graham crackers. It is called the Man Beaver Wolf.
I didn't know this was a Wolf Ridge collab. They're good.
Yeah, but Listerman's not. So
They once were. Maybe they can tap back into that old school
It
amazingness.
looks a little thicker.
so do I after a couple cheeseburgers.
And you look tasty, right? So,
You hide it well.
I'm always tasty.
And Carrie's inquiring about the rinsing. You must have just missed that because I am that fast and proficient. We just did a rinse. She, Carrie.
Yes, we try to rinse in between anything that's going to be like conflicting flavors.
and she
or
Carrie, he
styles.
absolutely does social media. 100%.
Yeah, it's
Well,
all
social media is done.
It's all Matt's social media. Off-screen Matt.
What is this?
It's a pastry stout
Okay.
with marshmallows and graham crackers.
Lucky marshmallows.
Lucky marshmallows.
I don't know if that means that they're like going to give us good luck
it's
or
a
it's a
three
brand.
brewery collab,
Or the marshmallows from Lucky Charms.
and it's supposed to be
Ooh,
after. It's supposed to be after like Man Bear Pig from South Park.
It's half man, half bear, half
I get it
pig.
now. So this is the beers I run from typically. So this should be fun.
I run from Listerman too, so it's
It's a
fine.
beautiful color on that.
Nose is all right.
I know she didn't say the ABV on that one, Tyler. Did you happen to catch that? Are you
We're
sitting
not
on that
playing
one?
that on Listerman. Oh God, no!
I haven't tasted it yet.
That
Oh,
after
man.
flavor is rough,
That's like Hershey's chocolate syrup.
and then it hits you with burnt marshmallow, which I like, but it hits you so hard at the end that it caught me off guard.
It's not as bad as I was expecting off of him, but it's
What did you
a
say,
little...
Lucky Charms something?
Lucky marshmallows
Lucky
and graham crackers.
What is Lucky Marshmallows?
It's 11.4%, by the way.
It's not bodies. It is a little bit thicker. It's Listerman got a little light.
Wolf's Ridge
recently.
must have taught him how to brew.
Right?
I'm not a fan. It is very syrupy, Hershey syrup at the beginning, and
Yeah.
very burnt marshmallow at the end.
See, I'm not getting the burnt marshmallow, but
Yeah, I think this is
I'm not
getting
getting the burnt marshmallow either.
Take a bigger gulp. I
mean,
dare
it's-
you.
I'm good.
I get toasted marshmallow.
Yeah.
That is burnt.
Yeah, toasty.
Oh, yeah.
I like burnt marshmallows, but not in my beer.
Do you also like your hot dogs burnt too?
No.
I don't know. I don't.
Yeah.
It's not great, but I don't hate
Bad
it.
tongue day for Tyler.
No, I'm right. You're just you.
I think John and I might be on the same page today. We'll see.
Like I said, I'm right. You're just you.
But I will say,
It's
I
not
get-
balanced at
like we
all.
said, it's not balanced. It's you get a lot of that chocolate up front, a little bit of a maybe dark chocolate syrup. You get that marshmallow, kind of a toasted marshmallow in the end. Some would say overly burnt.
Some,
Not
all.
But as far as the graham cracker goes, I don't know.
Red
It's
Benny.
lost. It's just not balanced.
And if it's supposed to be like Lucky Charms marshmallows, that definitely ain't it.
I don't know if that
kind of
that's your
really
graham
wanna dip
cracker. You don't know if
an animal
Lucky might
cracker
be a
in
brand
right
or
now.
something.
Do it.
Maybe. I
It
don't
might
know.
actually be good.
I will say this, like, its one redeeming value is definitely that body. Like, I think that body
Graham
is
crackers.
That body's,
thick and it's there.
that body's gross. It is syrup. It's not actual beer thickness.
Yeah, but it's not water like the last couple things
I'll
have
take
done.
the water over syrup.
I gotta say, I think this is getting more like a step in the right direction for Listerman, kind of getting back. Like,
I mean,
I don't
Their
dislike,
last one we had, I liked better than this.
I don't dislike this as much as most of their stuff that we've had in a while.
I really think Lucky Marshmallows is just literally the marshmallows from Lucky Charms.
Yeah.
That's what I taste. I taste Lucky Charms.
You can actually buy.
There's no way in
bag
hell
of
you get
them.
Lucky Charms out of this.
That's what I was saying. I was saying, what's Lucky
Like Lucky
Marshmallows?
Charms?
Because I bet you it's the
Yeah,
same.
They sell them
You
at Target.
don't taste Lucky Charms, do you?
Well, I taste the that marshmallow texture. That
Yeah,
like
which was-
chalky
Yeah.
marshmallow.
That Tums antacid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
Actually, yeah.
like a nice Tums going down your throat. Chocolate Tums.
I gotta get the calculator out for this one.
Chocolate Tums. That's a flavor I haven't seen.
Chocolate.
It's growing on me.
I'm
that
gonna give it
kinda
a
fits,
2.
though.
I'm gonna go ahead and score. I'm giving it a 2. The body's better thick wise than it has been. I don't like it because I think it's more syrupy, chalky than actual beer thickness, which puts me off. I get more burnt marshmallow than roasted. You don't have to finish it if you don't want to.
Well, I'm gonna do it.
So for me, I can't go higher than a 2.
Yeah.
I won't rake it over the coals, but I'm not going higher than a 2.
I've been back and forth on 2 scores. I think ultimately, like I said, there is a redeeming value in the body for me, especially. I know we don't really compare, but I kind of have to in this case because they've been so not bad, but not great.
Who threw away my can I was saving from last week?
I don't know. But in this particular case, it just doesn't balance and blend. Like up to this point, we've had great blended beers and balanced beers. This isn't it. I'm going with 2.5.
I'm gonna go with a 2. If I'm gonna order a beer, I want a beer. If I'm gonna order
2.25.
chocolate and Lucky Charms marshmallows, I'll get that.
Yeah, but all right. So when you're scoring them, make sure you think like, if I'm wanting something that tastes, a little unique or different, make sure you put yourself in a little bit of that mindset too. Give the beer a fair shot, even if it's not your favorite style. If it's all of a sudden you're like, you know what, I want to change it up today. I want to go something a little different. Then make sure you give it a little bit. Now I like your score very much. I think that's the highest
You
it
like
should
it?
get. But not the beer, no. But just wanted to make sure that like as we continue on, that you
Oh,
make
I
sure
know.
you put yourself in that headspace that. All right, I want to switch it up. I want to have something a little sweeter. I want to have.
Matt,
That's just me
John.
advocating for the beer.
What would you give this
Not
beer?
that beer, but beer.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like I said, I want to be optimistic about this because I'm seeing maybe this and the last beer we had being better Listermans than we've had for a while. I'm maybe just being hopeful this is kind of a turn and getting back to old school Listerman. And Didn't love it, didn't hate it, wasn't great, wasn't terrible. 2.75.
Oh, it's better. It's not as bad as I thought, or as good as I thought I'd give it.
Also, if it's 11%, like they say, like it does have the thicker body. It's the ABV horn me has to give it some credit. It wasn't terrible. So Russell says Lucky Charms is soggy cat litter, anyways.
I don't like Lucky Charms either, which doesn't help. Yeah, so it came out as a 2.25. Two very good beers, and then
Screeching halt.
shocker, Listerman brought it all to a halt.
So we'll do what, one more than our break.
Sure. What time is it?
It is
7:41.
And we got. So I do want to provide update.
Yeah, let's do one more.
Since Russell's still on right now. He's been updating me with our numbers for our downloads.
Yes.
And it's like a rolling 30 days, right? So it's not like a calendar 30. It's a rolling 30. I believe, Russell, correct me if I'm wrong. But we passed 1,300 downloads in the last 30 days.
It's impressive.
Out of their 15 shows that they do podcasts on, we just moved up into 7th. It's going out the race.
Go.
So we are climbing quickly.
What's the downloads for the top one?
I don't know, Russell.
We might actually have to start putting work into this just
I know,
to
just
take
to
over
get
that
there.
top spot.
I'm game. Let's go. Well, because we've been keeping some of the cussing to a minimum, we've been getting airplay on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1 p.m., I think.
Well,
So-
we haven't been dropping the F-bomb.
Yeah, like Russell said, as long as we're not carpet bombing them.
Like the very first episode we ever did.
Yeah.
Literally before we did it, John reminds me not to use the F-bomb too much. Very first episode we did. And then John just
Oh, yeah.
F-bomb the crap.
There's
out
a
of it.
reason it's called a drunken movie review, and sometimes,
You're a little drunker than others.
Which, guys, as we continue to talk about this, make sure you download our Drunken Movie Review wherever you listen to your podcasts. Apple, Spotify, Amazon, Google, Two Beerded Guys, Drunken Movie Reviews, and you will find
You'll
us
find it.
literally wherever you listen to your podcasts. Listen, we're just happy to have people listen. Comment on our Instagram, TBG_Drunken Movie Reviews. I've been trying to be more active on there, at least putting right now we're starting Quentin Tarantino month today.
Yes.
So we are going to be reviewing Django Unchained.
Yes.
Which that's going to be fun.
It'll be a great episode, I think.
Enjoyed watching it again last night for the first time in a while, and that was a damn good time.
Yeah.
Great movie.
It's a great movie. So we're going to do that one, but then following that up, we have Reservoir Dogs, then Pulp Fiction, and then Inglourious Bastards. We are coming out hot and heavy with Tarantino month. Make sure you check it out. And if you're a fan of podcasts, though, please download. We're trying to take over that top spot on Turf's Up Radio, your industry, your station.
Our drunken review.
And side note, Carrie says, congrats, Carrie. And on hitting that number, Russell's doing a flex, says his show's the top rated at 8,900. No big whoop.
That's it.
So we got a little
We're
crazy.
not even pushing
try.
ours.
Yeah. and you're on air like 25 hours a week.
Like, I'm telling you, if we somehow do pass you, that I'd be embarrassed if I were you.
When
he'd
we
probably,
do,
although
you
he'd
will be
probably get a
embarrassed.
raise because
Yeah.
it'd be like his reason that he brought us on. Like, he's probably sitting there going, I mean, honestly, it would look bad, but at the same time, I'd look great. Like,
And Carrie also says she can't wait to hear the review for Django. Happy to hear that, Carrie. Thank you for the support. And
Russell, do we have that pet name of the week coming up soon?
yeah, I was just getting ready to
What we
say
got?
it's probably about
What
time
we
we probably need to hit that before he jumps
Before
off.
he's gonna
Right?
jump off, yeah.
So we're gonna go ahead and say it's time for Tyler's favorite part of the day.
Let's go.
fucking hate this part of the show.
Mud hug. My East Coast boyfriend. I just wanted to say hello
Dramatic pause.
to my spicy Cajun crawdaddy, Gator Meatball. Oh, well, and Tyler.
Well, I guess at least I get a little love this time, Liz.
That was a fantastic one.
The dramatic
accent was
pauses
good.
were a little.
It threw me
little
off
much.
a little bit, but
A little much. I was like, did he hit the button too many times and it fucked up?
No,
Like,
that was not an operator error.
I was like, I thought Matt screwed up something, to be honest.
Usually the lowest common denominator, but not this time.
I want to wake up. These are going to be my alarm tones.
And Tyler. All right, so our next beer is just Pills from OEC Brewing. Cool shipped and open fermented. This is...
Open fermented?
So it says
Cool
Ordinum
shipped.
Eccentrici Cactores.
So what does that mean?
That's their name.
So open fermented means instead of a tank that is completely sealed so nothing gets in, it's open to.
The elements.
Which means things are going to get in it.
Yeah.
So it could be a little bit...
Our German-style Pils is brewed with European Pilsner malt using a traditional step infusion mash using. That's a weird... Step infusion mash using, period. That's a weird sentence. During the boil, it is hopped using German Tettnang and Spalt Select. After the boil, it rests in our copper cool ship for 1 hour and is then transferred over our Bodolo cooler. It undergoes a cool open fermentation for 9 days using a classic Pilsner yeast. It is cellared cold for several months prior to packaging.
Interesting.
Like a lot.
4.8%. OEC is out of Oxford, Connecticut.
Not sure if about that whole open fermentation thing though.
It used to be
Let's
real
see what it
popular.
tastes like.
Yeah.
I mean,
Then we'll decide.
honestly, I just the
The nose
OCD in
is
me.
fantastic.
Yeah, no, it actually smells really good.
Give it a nice swirl, you get that aroma really. Wow.
Patented smell money.
That is.
Patent pending, actually. I don't think it's patented yet.
Crisp, clean. Nice little bite to it.
Yeah.
Got a nice head retention from your Smell Money swirl.
Pilsner.
Almost like a little bit of
I mean,
almost like a little
it's
bit of a
Pilsner.
almost a little bit of a minty feel. You know how some pilsners can kind of get that a little bit. I'm not saying mint
Right.
flavored, but like
I get where you're
like-
coming from on that. It's
It's
got
a
a little bit
sweet-
of that.
It's a soft sweetness.
It was like, I'm not saying you're a bitch. I'm saying you were acting like a bitch.
Nice effervescent body without being too bubbly. Pleasant mouthfeel.
This is really well crafted.
So I would almost say, having
Damn.
had the other one that we had earlier, where I was like,
Well, the other
It's
one's
a-
a dry hopped pilsner. So it's a
but
little different.
I guess I'll say, like, to my the way I'm looking at this, I know we're not comparing beers. We try to avoid that, but while I thought that was good, but I wasn't like thrilled with it. This one seems simpler, but I feel like I enjoy this more. Like, I don't know if it's just like the quality of the craftsmanship that's clearly here, or if it's
This
just like the
extremely
flavor profile
well crafted.
appealing to me
Yes.
more. But this is just a really damn good beer.
This is one of those beers where you drink it and you go, wow, these were professionals that put this together. Like, this was not a joke project.
Well, the
Right.
process you read off was like long as hell. I don't know what the hell they had to go through, but
You got the River North tap handle bent backwards now?
It exploded on me, so it looks like I peed chocolate stout down my leg because I
I took
tapped
it
it.
apart. I think the piece in there got bent somehow. Oh. So I gotta get a new interior piece.
I was wondering what happened.
Yeah.
Somebody must have caught it on something.
Yep. But I basically just turned it around so it sits further back. Yeah, probably. This beer.
It's a beer.
It's fantastic.
I feel like this would rate pretty high on the Bob Couch scale.
Yeah.
What do you think of it, Duncan? Like, especially as that everyman beer drinker.
I mean, this is what I go for. This is what I'm going to order, again and again in a brewery.
Does this jingle your tingles?
It tingles my jingles.
Does it fluff your mouth?
Oh, God. I'm still mad at her for that one.
That one sounds like the worst out of all of them.
And then I never can remember yours.
I can't remember. It's
Twix my tweeter.
That's it.
Twix my tweeter.
So this is like, it's somewhat light, but it's got a lot of flavor. It's got a little bite at the end, but it's not overpowering.
See that?
That is pleasant as
I go
shit.
first, don't I?
Like, this is a beer, if somebody sat down with a picture of it, I'd be a happy son of a bitch.
Yeah.
It's got
Like a Top Golf, picture of this
Yeah.
sets down.
Oh,
Exactly.
Oh.
This is one you can just drink,
It's very
3,
palatable,
4,
but has
5.
nice flavor at the same time. It's got that sweety, biscuity kind of
Yes.
flavor, but it's not like
Biscuity.
it's not so much. Like sometimes I drink it like at pills. I'm like, it's a little too biscuity. Like this one's like a nice middle ground, and I like that you said it's not mint, but it does have like a mint-like finish.
Like, it's like, as you're like almost expecting mint, and it doesn't get there. You're
Right.
like,
It's kind of that
Oh.
not so much of the mint flavor, but that mint almost that cool
Yeah,
feel kind
yeah.
of thing. Like
Yeah.
that is a pleasant mouthfeel.
Yeah,
that,
it's-
that finish is just fantastic.
clearly well crafted. It's beautifusly clear. It's got nice
I love the head
nice
retention.
head retention.
I love the
like-
legs down your glass. I mean, nobody else can see it besides me, but it's got nice foam sticking to his glass. It's
like the more I've sat here
Hell, my
and
legs are
drank
still
it
there.
and learn,
I'm
just
one
learn more
flavor.
about it. It's a goddamn Pilsner. It's about the best Pilsner you can get. I'm gonna go 5. It kind of kills me, but
I feel like this is just like a picture perfect, like well crafted. Like this is what that is.
I
yeah,
love how on the can it just says pills. There's literally nothing you can't really unless you look at it like on the back like you did, you can't figure out what it actually is.
it's just a Pilsner.
It's a
It's all it's
Pilsner,
telling
yeah.
you.
and there's nothing special about it.
Like,
Other
over
than
the side, it's like
perfectly crafted.
cool shipped, open, fermented. Like, oh, we'll give you a little bit of something. We'll give you a teaser.
Yeah.
Now, if you read the whole thing, you're like, God damn. All right, so John gave it a 5. What are you going, Duncan?
I gotta give it a 5. I mean,
It's going to be a 3 for 3 on that 5. That is
Damn,
the best.
I thought I was overshooting, but
That is one of, if not the best Pilsner I've ever had.
yeah,
And I've had some damn good Pilsners. I judge breweries on lagers and Pilsners because there's nowhere to hide with a lager or a Pilsner.
no,
If you make a bad lager or Pilsner, you make a mistake, everybody's going to taste it because there's nothing to hide behind. You can hide behind IPAs by adding a little more finishing hops. You can hide behind stouts by adding
Adjuncts.
marshmallows and
yeah, some
insert
coffee.
something here.
That was like an angry coffee though.
Coffee! You can hide behind stuff with those. You can't hide behind being a bad brewery behind a Pilsner. It's not possible. That tells me OEC knows what the hell they're doing.
Yeah. And then the complexity of their brewing that in that open fermentation and the cool ship. Holy shit.
Yeah, that was damn good. Matt, what would you have given it?
I really enjoy this. My not loving Pilsners as much as everyone else. I'm not gonna go quite as high, but I'm gonna go 4.5. Because
It's the highest he's ever given one.
yeah, because I mean, it's at the end of the day, it is still a Pilsner, but this is a damn good. This is the best one that I've probably ever had.
Just bitch slaps. Lagers and Pilsners. Like, in the end of the day,
And yet
Justin
Keystone
will keep
Light.
my wife's name!
Out your mouth.
Keep my Keystone Light out your fucking mouth. But no, like, you know, we talk about like the 4.5 and up is where you start getting like your favorite beers of all time stuff. This just isn't my favorite beer of all time. That's my dividing line. But
It's just the way you always go, it's still a Pilsner. It's still a lager. It's like, what does this brewery have to do? Fucking like hand it to you on a gold platter while jerking you to get a higher score?
I mean, SJVR,
that wouldn't hurt.
baby.
But
God, OAC, if they, it's a good thing they will never see this because they'd be like, I have 3 5s and then some jackass over here going, it's just a Pilsner.
well, no, it's a damn good one. That's why it's so high. Normally, I wouldn't go even a 4 on almost any Pilsner. Like, it's a great example of it. Just it's not my favorite style of beer, so it's not gonna be my favorite beers of all time to get those highest scores. That's just my logic on it.
No, I mean, I get what you're saying. You're wrong, but I get what you're saying. That was a hell of a way to end the first half
It really
of the
was.
show.
Nice recovery from the Listerman.
Yeah, thank God. Thank God it came after the Listerman. Jesus.
Right?
That was a good palate cleanser itself, plus being flavorful. That was perfect.
See, maybe I didn't know what's going on with this beer line.
No,
I
that was
think.
dumb luck.
Was it, Tyler?
Thank you guys for listening. We'll be right back. We're going to take a real quick break. We have 3, maybe 4 fantastic beers coming up afterwards. Again, thanks for watching episode 109. We'll be right back. I'm TBG_Ops Guy.
A dog being Q.
With us today.
Jacob D.
He forgot his name. He totally forgot his
Hey,
name.
I love this.
He was so distracted by that last beer. He's like, what's
I didn't know if I had a tagline or if I was supposed to say one.
We would have let you. You could have come up with whatever.
Completely up to you, man.
Hey, and behind the camera, the guy that you're happy you can't see, the man who's been holding on to a beard much longer than I expected after we kind of had to encourage him to, grow it out for the show. Off screen, Matt.
beards and awesome hats. Two bearded guys. Oh yes they are 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 two bearded guys.
Hey, who are we? Who are we?
Two bearded guys.
He's still staring at a beer
I
can.
know.
I'm intrigued.
At some point, we should be moshing when we come back from that. Just getting down, smashing each other.
No,
I'm just
with our
standing here
luck.
like,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
With our luck,
you already got a bent tap handle, John. Let's not push it.
we have the sturdiest fucking beer cabinet in the world, though.
Yeah.
That beer shelf is.
A lot better than the previous one.
You mean the one that all the beer was pushing to the middle? 'Cause it was just-
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
one of those cheap, like, plastic shelving units.
Oh,
It straight up was just like.
I was just bowing so hard.
So we had to remove it, and his dad made us the one behind us, and it is sturdy as a motherfucker.
Thanks, Dad.
Solid as a
It's also
rock.
heavy as shit.
You really don't make great stuff most of the time, but good job on this one.
Wow. Thank God Dad doesn't watch, you asshole.
Yeah.
All right, welcome back, guys, to the second half. We've been, if I recall correctly, and as I told the guys, I was very drunk, but I'm 99.9% certain, Budweiser also open ferments. I remember on my beer tour, when I did their facility, the Anheuser-Busch facility, that they do that. Took me a minute to remember, but, you know, it was a good time. We drank a lot on that trip. I want to go back with friends again so bad. I want to go to a Cardinals game and get drunk beforehand for $10.
Okay.
$10. I got sloshed for $10. That takes a lot of work for a guy my size.
I'm in.
that it is.
I could put a beer down. Anyway, so our next beer, we're going to start off on a high note, I hope.
Hope so.
Sun King's been rocking it with these, anything that comes in this style of can from them, buy. We'll put it that simple. Typically, Sun King, if it's in this, they're limited releases.
They're King's
They're
Reserve.
King's
That's-
Reserve.
that's the
This isn't
Reserve
limited.
series,
This isn't.
right?
This was blah, 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 blah. Isn't labeled King's Reserve anymore.
It's not. I don't think it was
But it's specialty releases. They'll put in these. King's Reserve. They put in these.
Listen, that comes from Hood.
Yeah.
And Hood does a damn good job. So.
Andrew. Oh, the only problem with these,
The hood.
if I know Sun King, this will be literally to the very
Yeah.
top.
Well, there's giving you your money's worth, man. Filling it up.
Slightly lower than normal, and by slightly lower, I mean
want-
it's on ring 1.
I want to take a picture of that and be like, yo, Smo, what the fuck?
You underfilled us, you bastard. It literally has gotten to the point where you open those, no matter how careful you are, you get beer on you. It's like, damn, guys. It's impressive. I ain't even mad.
No.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, sounds like you're complaining over there.
So being a porter, did it
I
say what
haven't,
ABV?
I haven't talked about it yet.
Okay.
I was just excited to pour the beer.
I'm not sure if it's on there. I actually was kind of looking.
It usually isn't.
Earlier. and
All
I
right, so
don't know
this
if
is
I
the
saw that.
Bourbon Barrel Aged Chocolate Vanilla Porter from Sun King Brewing. Sun King is our local Indiana #2 brewery.
Yep.
What is up?
Hey.
How you doing, sweetheart?
Hey,
Good.
did you enjoy WrestleMania?
Yeah.
What was your favorite? What was the top?
Don't tell me
fight
who won
of the
yesterday. I
weekend?
haven't watched yet.
Top fight of the weekend.
Sasha Banks. Well, the 4-way women's tag team.
All right. All right.
My favorite Saturday by far was Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair.
That was
That was
a
a heck of a fight. Now, the ending of Stone Cold's was fantastic.
That was a really fun.
It was such a just good showman
Yeah,
finish. Like, that was...
I really thought you were going to say the best match was when you and Reem were playing WrestleMania
Dude,
30-man match.
the 30-man Rumble was... That
Or
was,
Rumble.
that was a heck of a Royal Rumble right there.
That was fun. That
When
was
we were
fun.
playing 2K22, which, by the way, I've never wanted to buy a wrestling game. I almost bought it last night. Like, and I still may. Like, that's a fun game.
It's a fun one.
And John loves the GM mode.
The Johnny Knoxville one and Sami Zayn.
All right. That one was like Looney Tunes come to life.
That makes sense.
All right. Love you, kiddo. Bye.
Love you, sweetheart.
Wait.
Oh,
Bye.
be good. Nah, that fits.
Yeah. I was really before I take a sip.
Do we get the description on this yet?
Hoping it's like a
I read it right before she came down.
bourbon ball is what I'm hoping.
That's not what I'm getting.
Damn. Like I said, I was hoping. I haven't tasted it yet.
I'm not upset with it.
It's got good nose. Oh,
It's very like almost fudgy.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is one that needs to be room temp.
This one also is a little hot, surprisingly.
A bit.
Text smell or hood. Let's find out the ABV. It's got a little bit of a hot finish. It's
I don't think it's so much hot as just that barrel flavor, I think, coming through for me. That's pretty tasty. I don't know if it's definitely it's thicker than I thought it was going to be, even for sunking for a barrel aged porter. Like it's got a reasonable body to it.
Yeah, it's a porter, so I'm not expecting a big thick boy, but it's definitely supporting it. I mean, a little bit of toast in there,
Yes.
but not that burnt from the Listerman. Some would say
Some would say.
It's not heavy.
vanilla isn't pronounced, but I think it's in there.
Yeah, I agree. It's a little more of like a balancer or a finishing.
Oh shit!
What?
All right,
I told you
Let's
it's
play.
hot. I have told
let's
you.
play it.
I would guess 13. It's hot.
Price
as
is Right
I'm-
rules.
As hot as I'm getting. I'm saying 13. I'm taking first guess.
What we doing? PIR?
ABV.
Guess the
Guessing the
ABV.
ABV.
Oh. We're doing PIR rules?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, okay. I'll do $1.
No, give us a real guess.
That's a legitimate Price is Right guess there. There's nothing wrong with that.
Nah, he's the Everman. I want to see what he
this
thinks.
is a barrel aged, so you're gonna think it's a little bit higher than what it actually is.
I can usually pick out heat versus barrel. Usually.
I'm gonna guess 9.5.
Matt?
12.6.
14-1.
What?
Yeah.
Told you it was hot.
Wow.
That's a smooth 14 then.
It's pretty hot.
I've literally been saying it's hot since sip one.
I don't think it's that hot. I think I'm getting more just like the barrel flavor than the hot to me.
I think.
And even for 14, you still gotta admit it's pretty
it's tasty as hell.
It's pretty smooth for 14, even if you think it's like
Not as sweet as I thought it would be, which makes me very, very happy.
Me too. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't want diabetes in a glass.
It's not rich like diabetes. It's not rich
Yeah,
like
that's a good one
the
of those.
was it Leisterman?
Yeah, Listerman, yeah.
It's not super rich. It's
The body's a little heavy for a porter, but very pleasant.
I
Very
think to
nice.
the credit though. I prefer
No,
the-
in a good way.
Yeah.
Like, it's unusually heavy for a porter. It was very well done.
I think the vanilla really kind of creams it out.
It balances
At the-
very well.
yeah.
A
Phrasing?
good vanilla can really balance a beer. Phrasing dead in this group.
It is dead. There it lies. It's buried.
Very creamy.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, that's a porter. I mean,
Yeah, that's impressive for a porter, especially this. Who was it? Another one we had that was like a real well-crafted porter. This was like a super thick one, had a great flavor.
was that Hoppin' Frog or was it someone else?
I don't think it was Hop and Fry, but I could be wrong.
I think I gave whatever one it is. I think I gave that a 5.
Yeah, I know. I remember I gave it. I think it was almost around everyone gave it a 5 on it because it was just like this is a porter.
I wish Tyler could remember this one.
It's
Yeah.
actually one of the few I can't. It's weird. By the way, you're hot, is what I was just texted and told from someone.
You're hot.
I responded with, he's married.
I'm taking like Liam Neeson's daughter.
But
Thank you.
but yeah, a friend of mine wanted me to. Well, I don't think she wanted me.
Or
to
his
let
wife
you
in
know,
the second
but-
one.
Savannah?
Huh?
Savannah?
Who?
Savannah?
Did you read my phone?
Yeah.
I don't know who Savannah is.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
I've never heard of a Savannah.
When I say Savannah, I meant Savannah.
Banana.
Yeah.
Well, let's cue
really
the
fun.
angry text. No,
Right.
As she's watching.
Yeah, well,
that's fantastic.
yep.
That beer, I am shockingly pleased.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I do always suggest buying anything Sun King puts in one of these because it's usually good. Andrew Hood makes a fantastic barrel-aged beer.
Ready?
No.
Smo says it'll mellow and be great in a few months. Hood took 3 pounds of vanilla beans,
It's a lot of vanilla beans.
sanitized them with vodka, and then macerated them in a food processor to make a paste. He said that's how Side Project does vanilla, and they wanted to give it a try.
Tell them yes. More and more. Yes. And I have an angry text, I bet. Hold on. I didn't know he read over my shoulder. I'm sorry.
That's what I do best.
It's fantastic.
All caps.
We're not gonna say
God damn it.
And I literally heard that voice. Yeah, we're not going to say more. That's funny. That's
makes my day.
really, really funny.
All right, back to this beer, though. I told you we get off the rails sometimes.
Yeah,
It's
that
fine.
I
happens.
love it.
Real quick, speaking of off the rails. So the 2 gifts that his youngest daughter, who you just saw down here a minute ago, that has been given to her dad recently, is the beer mug over there that has a beard.
Oh.
And on the back says Two Beerded Guys.
Actually, the beard bug.
awesome.
And then look up above you over there for Father's Day. She painted him a picture where the beer mug's bigger than he is. Best dad ever. It's written in the beer mug.
Smell
Nice.
says anything for Tyler.
Yeah, my man.
You guys could sell those beer mugs. You guys could totally.
I mean, we
Make some of
could, but
those.
unfortunately, that was made at like a local one of those wine and paint type places. That is stupid good. Damn. That's gonna be a tough one for me to score. It's just a little hot, so I can't go like uber high.
I think I know where I'm at.
I'm bouncing between 2.
Yep.
Bouncing between 2. Really like the flavor profile. Like the finish. That vanilla is unbelievably. It balances the beer so well.
It does.
Porter has a great body. Duncan, you're the first score.
So, like I told you at the beginning, I'd usually run from a beer like that. But like you said, like I gotta get out of my own personal dislikes and likes. So that was really well done. I would probably drink it again. Maybe not a whole one, but half a one. So I think I gotta give it about a 4.25.
It's a very solid score. All right. The fact that not only did he adjust based on what I said, but he even was like, I mean, honestly, I would drink this again. Like, that's pretty
It was
good.
well done. It was well put together.
And that is kind of the caveat with the 4s, is it might not be a style that you would normally drink, but if you were to,
Well, like if you were at Sun King, you would get that in an 8-ounce pour.
Yeah.
It would come in a small pour.
Exactly.
So that's a very good beer in that kind of small pour. Like, oh, I had 3 or 4 of their lighter beers or 3 or 4 of this. You know what? I'm going to change it up real quick. And 8 ounces of something like that is just perfect.
you know what I want? We haven't done a food pairing lately.
That'd be a good one to put.
Pecan pie.
Oh.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Pecan pie.
That was. I mean, we have another one lying around, I think.
I think so.
Because you had one and I had one.
I thought I had 2 of them.
And I left mine here.
Okay.
If this one came out of that fridge, that was mine.
This was upstairs in that fridge.
Oh, then I have no idea where mine went. Mine might be in there.
Maybe it's in
Uh,
there. I think they might have more. I'm going to go buy some more. That was tasty.
that was real
I
good.
want it to mellow.
I'm going to give it a slightly higher 4.5. Not getting into the. It just I need it once it mellows.
Yeah.
That might hop into tingling my jingles
Oh,
territory.
yeah.
But it was just a little hot to get there for me.
That's the caveat to my score. Like, I 100% believe that if this gets a chance to mellow out, I get a chance to drink it at room temp. It's pushing it. But as this can right now at the temperature it was, I'm a 4.25.
So it's a 4.25 overall. Wait, because you said 4.25,
Yep.
right?
Yes.
All right, just making sure. That's a damn tasty
But
beer.
I really believe
It's good beer.
in a few months, especially that once.
Hold on. I know it's a porter, but what do you think of it?
4.75.
Yeah.
Because it is a porter, and that body and the flavor, everything that's on there, the ABV, like that was very well done.
90% of the time with a porter, no matter how good it is, he'll literally be like, 4.25 because it's only a porter, kind of like he did with the Pilsners.
Yeah, but that one,
So he's like a hardcore IPA.
If it's not a stout,
No.
if it's not a stout
or a Keystone
stout,
Light,
okay.
or a
then
Keystone Light,
Or
yeah.
Keystone. I
keep
got
my
it.
beer out your fucking mouth.
Yeah, he's
Now that's the type of thing that, like, because the porter is always a thinner body and it never has as much flavor. It's not as robust as a stout for most of the stuff that I drink. But one like this, it fucks. It gets up there. It swings with the stouts. Like
Yeah.
this can hang with stouts. If you didn't know it was a porter and someone just handed you that to you, I'd be like, oh, this could be a good stout. Like that, and there's that other one that we were talking about that we had. That one I gave it a 5 because
And I'm drawing a blank.
that
on
thing
it.
was just so good.
I normally remember. It's rare for me to forget, but
And again, with our
Must not be
established
drunk
scoring
enough.
system, 5 is like our best beers we've ever had. If I'm the stout guy and I'm like, well, it's a porter, it's not as good to me as a stout. I'm like, it's not gonna get a 5.
So is he a Guinness guy? You a Guinness
oh
guy?
god no.
I'm not opposed to Guinness. You got me in the right mood, but it's not like my favorite one.
Guinness in the actual Dublin factory is a whole different,
I don't even imagine.
Well, I believe
beer.
that.
Yeah.
whole different beer. If you can make the trip, go make that trip. Get a beer on the top of the Guinness factory. It's worth it.
That would be fun. I want
Completely
to do
different.
All right.
it. But
All right,
Two Bearded
we'll
Guys.
next
Two
year.
Bearded Guys.
All right, we're doing it.
Let's go.
You're now in the Two Bearded Guys universe, so
Yeah. See, do you?
I'm not going to
If
decline
only
the
there's a
invite.
guy who could fly us over.
Yeah.
make Ben. Ben, I'm going to need you to steal a point
Yeah. Yeah. Just fly us.
because we can't afford to rent. So I'm going to need you to steal a plane.
What, the Delta doesn't fly overseas or what?
Well, they do. I don't want to pay for the ticket. So I need him to commit a major felony, possibly get a shot down out of the air as we go to land. But that's beside the point.
Hey, that's Two Bearded Guys road trip 2.
Ooh.
Like our movie script.
I know. That's why I'm like,
Yeah.
that's a terrifying one.
Ireland.
That's like straight up Escape from Guantanamo Bay level.
Yeah. So I told Smo that Matt said that beer fucks, and I said, can we print that on the next label run for it? And he says, I'll run it by Clay. If he's drunk, there's a fair chance it'll happen.
Off screen, Matt says this beer fucks. Oh my god, that would be amazing.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And the amount of random follows his Instagram would get would be hilarious. Oh god. All right, our next beer. That would crack me up.
Yeah.
Is the
My crowning
Viking,
achievement.
It would be.
the Viking Roller Boogie IPA. This
label's awesome.
This beer is 100% picked by label art.
Yeah, yeah.
Like KCBC is like
confirm.
they're trying to make it back on the fridge. It's
I'm
been
gonna
a
tell
while.
you, it's been a while since any label made on the fridge. The Mandarinian is definitely going.
I bought this
presumed.
I bought this specifically for you.
Yeah, thank you. And this one has a shot at making like that's
Because that is just insane.
it's a really awesome.
It's
label.
a Viking with like a Valkyrie helmet, literally with
Hot chicks roller skating.
with
With
roller
sunglasses.
skates, hot chicks randomly on each side of him, like sword, like
This is how I picture myself.
If only we had some sort of camera that we could put this can on.
I know, but I'm
and
just
show later.
this is fun. All right, so again, this is from KCBC. They do always have great can art.
Yeah.
Kings County Brewers Collective, Brooklyn, New York. This is a double dry hopped IPA with Citra, Mosaic, and Simcoe.
The Holy Trinity.
Nope, didn't make all three.
No, not all three.
Frankincense and myrrh.
Amarillo was not added,
I know.
and
Galaxy.
or Galaxy. Out of those four, it only got 2. Darn. 7.2%.
I was pulling beer out of the fridge, and I looked at the hops. I was like, God damn! But this label's so cool. So
How old is this one? I haven't looked.
Probably fairly.
yeah, we'll see.
We're at a wager.
Wow, there's a nose on it.
Well, KCBC does pretty good, though, so maybe they can have one that holds up, and this could be a testament to their craft.
I'm excited for an IPA.
So we did.
we haven't done
I'm
one
excited for an IPA, so we don't give him a fresh one. Oh, we got him a definitely not fresh one. 6/29/20.
Wow.
Yes, it's been out there for a minute.
About a year and 8 months it's been in that fridge.
Still got a pretty strong nose.
Every year in 6 months. It's probably 2 months after it was released when we got it.
Okay, my bad. Talk about the label and then just set the can down beside me.
Right?
It's a sweet label, though.
The nose is still fantastic.
Yeah, right?
I mean, I'm sure that was popping when it was fresh.
Wow, that does not taste that old.
No, I think
I'm sure there would have been
There's
more
some
there
flavor
fresh, but
droppage, but that does not taste old.
no.
Still very well carved.
It doesn't taste a year and a half old.
No.
I would guess, mate. Yeah, I mean,
Still a nice fruity flavor to it, which you should get from those hops.
yeah.
Citra, Mosaic, and Simcoe all kind of have a more fruity flavor.
Our bad KCBC. Still excellent.
Yeah, you still did damn well. This is not a beer that if you were handed not knowing what the age was that you'd be mad at.
No.
Now, if you're someone who's in the profession, you'd probably be able to pick up it's a little older.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't be mad at it.
For the run-of-the-mill everyday man.
Now you see, I like a good Sun King Osiris, and I feel like this is a little less hoppy than an Osiris.
This is more on the fruity side of IPAs compared to
Okay.
Osiris is on the slightly more bitter side.
Yeah, I like
Which
this.
is funny because I don't like.
I like
but
this
I like that style.
because I like a sour, but I also like an IPA. This is kind of
Oh, because
Best of
the
both
fruit,
worlds.
the fruit
So
flavor is where
fruitful,
you're going
yeah.
with. I was like
I
sour.
was like, it's not
what?
sour at all.
no,
But
no,
the
it's
fruit
not
flavor.
sour, but I like the fruitiness.
Yeah,
of it.
that fruitiness.
There's a slight bit of, and it's not full on hot burn, but there's a little bit of that in the back of my throat.
Very astringent, little dry, like drying, but then there is. It's funny, as old as it is, you shouldn't get that, but there is that little bit of like
There's a
hot
little
burn
bit-
s.
like there's some heartburn that's going to come from this.
Yeah.
I feel.
Is that praise or is that a
No, it's not.
But
It's not a
overall-
good thing.
The overall flavor profile is pretty damn good for as old as it is.
Yeah.
The fruit flavors have not come out of those hops as much as I expected.
It's still got a reasonable flavor. It's
Yeah.
like I said, it's held up pretty well for that age, especially.
Like I would have loved to have tried it fresh at the same time though, because of that little bit of kind
I know.
of acidic burn going down. I'm a little scared of it earlier. Because if after a year and 8 months I'm still getting that, like can you imagine 2 months, 3 months fresh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Take a drink. This tastes so good, but it hurts.
Hurts. Yeah. And that's what. Yeah. Hot burn is not a good thing. That is just. It is acidic in the back of your throat.
Yeah.
And this isn't horrible. But
It's just like it's like telling you that hey, when I was fresh, you'd have fucking died.
I can see that.
As he eats Taki, literally talking.
these
about,
actually are not like these ones.
those have like hardly any heat, just great
Right,
flavor.
and they're habanero.
But that just cracks me up. Talking and then just immediate Taki.
I think there's like 3 left in there. So.
Yeah, that's good. Matt, what'd you think of it? You're the resident not IPA guy.
I'm curious, fresher, what it would be like, but at this point, I think this still tasted pretty good.
Oh shit, that means it's terrible.
Oh, like you said, like some of the flavors you can tell they've dropped out a little bit, but if you didn't know, you just think like, oh, it's it's just a lighter flavored hazy. Like
If you were a layman beer drinker, just that like, I don't know anything about craft beer, but I like how it tastes like. I think you could still fall in love with that beer.
yeah, I'm not mad at it. I still enjoy this as it is. Like
Yeah, no, and that's the thing is we still enjoy it. So like someone who doesn't understand it would easily be happy.
I agree.
Duncan's going, this guy right here.
Did Duncan go first?
No, he went first last time. It is my turn.
Okay.
There it is. Every IPA, I belch every time. And I love IPAs, so it's very inconvenient. But it's like the first little bit of IPA I belch every time. Man, not only for its label art, but the flavor too. I enjoyed that. When I realized how old it was, I got a little nervous. Not a 4, but I'm going to give it a 3.75. I think still very tasty.
I like the flavors in it. This are bad. It's a little old, but it's still holding up pretty strong. I was gonna go 3.5, but then I got that little bit of acidic hot burn in the back, so I'm going 3.25.
What a bitch.
But yeah, 3.25.
Done, you know?
Oh, I'm just feeling a 3. I'm feeling a 3. I don't think it was outstanding. I don't think it was bad either.
So what's that end up, John?
You give it a 3.75,
Yeah,
so 3.25.
gotcha. Matt,
Yo.
what would have been your score?
I'll give it a 3.5. It was pretty tasty. It held up well for the age, especially like kind of a testament almost more to that than anything. Like that's pretty okay. I'm mad at it. I would like to try it fresh to see what it tastes like that way too, though. I think you guys have a point. It might be a little throat burn, but I wouldn't know until I tried.
or that's the most it ever was, and all we're missing is the flavor, and that would have just been like awesome.
Touche.
Because we have had that where we've had beers fresh and then afterwards, and both had just a slight hot burn, but you lost flavor. So it's kind of interesting on how that works sometimes.
Yeah.
All right, so our final beer of the night is going to be, had to check see what time it was, Perennial Artisan Ales Sump Coffee Stout. This is an imperial stout with coffee, so not over the top on adjuncts, just stout, coffee. That's it. 11.5% ABV, so another big boy. Brewed and packaged by Perennial Artisan Ales out of St. Louis, Missouri. That is all they're going to let us know.
Yeah, all right.
All right.
Hey, they can't mess up.
Yeah.
That's what always makes
That's
it
got to
tough,
be his
'cause
coffee and stout.
What's
As
on
long
the
as
can?
that, yeah.
What's on the can better be in the can. Is my one rule, especially. It's such a, because for me, if I have no idea about beer, or I'm just in the store and I'm looking at cans and I go, oh,
And then he picks
coffee
up a beer.
stout, and I like that. I just love coffee stout. All right, I'm gonna grab one. Now, if it says like caramel coffee coconut, and all I get is coconut, nothing else, I'm gonna be shitty as fuck.
Yeah.
So I like, if it's on the can, it better be in it. Some
Did you
beers
just come up with a Samoa beer?
That's kind of where I was going with that.
Yeah. you did.
But instead of coffee, it'd be chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was kind of thinking about it.
All right.
So it better taste like a sump pump.
Oh, God
No,
damn it.
coffee stout.
Oh, okay.
The name is just Sump.
Gotcha.
Better taste.
It's on the can.
Wow.
It's on the can. No, it just says Sump. That doesn't mean it's a Sump pump.
And we were poking fun about rural life before Tyler showed up, and you make that joke.
What's wrong with rural life? Jacob helped build the shed in the back in the day, so at my mother's house.
The one I hear had a going away bonfire.
Yeah, when I went inside and Jacob decided to light the fucker on fire so they could play firemen as high schoolers.
It was an accident. All right.
Bullshit! You wedged a roll of duct tape into the wall and lit the roll on fire, which is highly flammable.
That sounds like an
Allegedly.
accident, Tyler.
Allegedly.
That is not allegedly. That is arson.
He was a fireman. He was a fireman's son, so we needed to
Train.
test that out. Yeah,
That was still.
Did I just learn is duct tape flammable?
Oh my god! Yes.
it's a little flammable.
I did not know this.
That's something
We learned that.
Jerry, we learned
We
that.
learned that.
Yeah, see, they were trying to like add structural rigidity with
No,
a duct
because
with
they
200
didn't
mile an hour
tape
tape.
it. They just took the roll, wedged it between two boards, and lit the fucker on fire.
It was a science experiment.
Basically,
That's
is
true.
they asked. I
Testing a
went inside.
hypothesis,
They went,
right?
the responsible one's not here.
And
Yeah,
then we
that's
just-
how bad in this group in high school.
What?
Hey, that's how bad it was when the three of us were together doing shit.
How are you guys not
I was
dead?
the responsible one.
How are you not dead?
Then we just kind of washed it.
Yeah, I come outside, they're just standing there looking at it. The whole fucking thing's a flame. What happened? Accident. A little bit later, I got a little more of the truth.
Lightning.
Like, clear sky, guys.
They're giving you plausible deniability.
It was.
That's all that was.
It was
That-
for the insurance, really.
That still is one of the greatest things we ever did. Literally taking old siding and building a like shed around a fire pit with an open roof so the smoke could get out. And all winter long, we just hang out in there. Snow on the ground up the side of the walls, and it's warm as shit. We're in t-shirt and shorts because it's just like
We ordered a pizza back there.
we did. From Pizza King, we ordered pizza to 1813 North Buckeye Road. Shed in the back.
Nice.
Like I said, 1813 and a half.
Yeah, and the guy literally, evidently went to my parents' door originally because they were like, shed in the back? And my parents were like, yeah, we didn't order a pizza. So then they're like, oh, okay. And they're like, I think they did out back. And the dude like creeps around the side of the house and he's like, hello? And of course our buddy Hopper stands out in jorts, a cutoff, holding an American flag, goes, yeah, boy, is that for us?
He just kind of like.
The dude like hands it to him and runs.
Have you ever delivered pizzas?
No.
It's something.
I'm sure it's an experience.
I bet it is.
This beer, boys.
No, there was too many people like me in my town. I wasn't delivering pizzas.
This is pretty tasty.
It's a stout with coffee.
This is a good stout with coffee.
And I'm not a big coffee fan. Some of these can go a little
You
bit
just drank
too
coffee
much.
before the show.
With bourbon cream.
So he drank a warm frappuccino.
Yeah. But this one's, I mean, this is definitely for me a very doable coffee stout. This is tasty.
Not overly roasty, but good flavor from the coffee. Sometimes if you take a stout, add coffee, you can get a lot of roast, right? That's a pleasant roast level, just a coffee flavor, almost like it has a little cream to it, that smoothness.
It's
Yeah,
almost,
it is.
it's almost got a hint of chocolate to it.
Yeah.
Like,
Which, depending on the malt they use, you can get that chocolate out of it.
we might even go as far as to hazelnut this.
I don't know if I go that far.
I wouldn't go that far.
Want to go that far?
Then I could say a little bit of chocolate, a little bit of...
Yeah, a little bit of a latte-ish.
Yeah,
It's
Feel.
without being creamy, it's a bit creamy.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's pleasant. I have no issues with that beer.
No.
I mean,
It is interesting.
it's a little lacking on the sump pump for me, but, you know...
It does say that on the can.
I like a lot of stump pump in the beer.
It's not an overly thick, syrupy body, but it's a solid.
It's a
Definitely
heavy
holds
body.
it. Yeah,
It's a heavy body.
yeah,
I wouldn't say extra thick, but I'd say heavy.
yeah.
Yeah, not extra, but
That's solid.
See, I would
Shit.
never drink a coffee stout because I just don't like the... I never know what you're going to get.
like a box of chocolates.
But if you knew
Yeah.
this was roughly what you were going to get every time.
Yeah, no, this is smooth and it's latte-ish. Like I said, it's good.
It's pleasant.
It's pleasant.
I love how he was like, I wouldn't buy this, but if I knew ahead of time that all coffee
Right.
stouts would be like this,
to throw Bunny a mouthfeel real quick. To this
We got some spit up. We got some sump
Oh, there it
all
is.
over there.
that caught me just so off guard to throw Bunny a mouthfeel.
But if she's still watching, what's up, Bunny? This has got like a nice creamy feeling mouthfeel. Like
It does.
it,
That got me just. I don't know why it just got me to throw Bunny a mouthfeel here.
Hilarious.
we haven't really mouth felt too much today, so
Coffee stout.
it's darn tootin' good.
Darn tootin'.
So good that Tyler almost had to spit it out.
That's tasty. What's the mouthfeel like, Steph? It's a thick mouthfeel.
I'm a little bummed because there was another version of this same thing. I'm guessing with maybe different coffee that they had when this came in Tavor, and I was like,
And
man,
you only got the one?
I only got the one.
I'm
Eh.
slacking.
Right.
We could have had another beer similar to this.
I know, but I didn't know how much different it would be because
You sump bitch!
I saw the two of them and then I was like, this is the same thing. They just put it back on. I already bought it. And then when it sold out, I realized, oh, different coffee, and it was too late to get to that one. I just didn't jump on it quick enough. And
It actually was the hazelnut one.
They got all the flavors.
Bunny says she caught that. Carrie says, did Matt just cop a mouthfeel? Maybe so, sir. Maybe so.
I'm sorry, Bunny. Nobody wants that. Oh, shit. Alright.
I go first, right?
Yeah.
It's a great beer. It's not quite jingling all my personal tingles, but I'm going to give it 4.5.
I think it's really well done for a coffee stout. I'm gonna give it a 4.75.
And what's funny is I'm following up with Duncan. It's a 4.75 for me. That hit me in my tingles. That hit me in my jingles. I'm a happy man.
Great beer.
It's a 4.75 overall. Matt, what about you?
I'm gonna agree with the majority, aka the right group here. That Twix my tweeter. That's a 4.75. That puppy's delicious.
It is delicious.
That's damn.
It's just it's been a while since I've had like a simpler stout without a whole lot of adjuncts, and this is just a coffee stout, and it's that, and it's good, and there's nothing really to criticize or critique about this. It's just very well done.
Yeah.
And it's just 11. That's a smooth 11.
Very much so.
I mean, you know it's boozy, but I wouldn't think like 11 necessarily. I'd be like, yeah, it's about 9, 10ish.
Yeah.
Couple little extra percents
It's not,
on
it's
there.
not DUI shelf, but it's...
Yeah, no, but it's smooth.
All right, so that concludes our beer for the night. But one of my favorite parts of the show is when we do finish up and kind of give our beer of the night, because
loves
it doesn't have to be the top rated beer by you. It could be the beer that surprised you the most. It could be your top rated.
Yeah, it could be.
Just, there's a lot of I've very much been like, hey, I gave this beer a 5, but I expected this beer to be shit, and it fucking wowed me at a 4.5 and had a unique flavor profile. Fuck yeah, that's it. So that's how we go after it. I'm reminding you guys as much as teaching Jacob here. But I'm excited.
Let the record
Matt,
show he pointed directly at me, not the camera.
you're behind the camera.
I can see where your eyes were, though.
It's because I can't look at the camera. It bugs me.
After 109 episodes, I forget sometimes.
Yeah,
No,
it's-
honestly, for
it's
me,
a little reminder.
it bugs me to look straight at the camera, so I always look
I
over
never
the
do,
edge.
actually, yeah.
I look at Matt. When I'm wanting to, engage the camera, I look at Matt. Because it creeps me out to look at a camera.
And when you're watching, someone who's staring right at the camera, that creeps me out, too. So,
Stop looking at my soul.
What's really funny, though, is every once in a while I'll be looking at Matt, and my eyes will, twitch to the camera, and it's and then I get stuck. I'm like, look away, look away, look away. So,
You just froze.
deer in headlight, just...
right.
But Matt, beer of the night.
There was a lot of good beer tonight.
It really was.
There's only really one that was kind of meh. It was a good night. I really enjoyed that Pilsner. That was really good. I really like the Sun King beer. This stout was this coffee stout. I was really had high hopes for this.
High hopes.
This cashed in, but my beer of the night is going to be the first one that we had, that Berliner Weiss, because that surprised me. Those flavors that were in that worked and
That was
were
the
good.
Zeitgeist by Imagine Nation.
Yeah, that just kind of caught me off guard. That I was like, oh man, this works. It's an interesting combination. It's something a little different. I really appreciated that.
A lot of great beer tonight.
For different reasons.
Different reasons. That Sun King is my runner-up. I'm super excited to have that again in a few months. But it's got to be that Pilsner. God damn, that beer fucks.
Oh, Pills by OEC. That was a solid one.
I gotta go with the pills. It's the killer. It was too good.
I honestly am going 3 out of the 4 there. It's OEC's Pills was just... I don't give 5s. And I'm not Matt. I'm not Matt with my hatred of Pilsners over there. I love a good Pils.
It's not a hatred,
But
it's
it's
preference
very
for other things.
hard for a Pils to get above 4.75.
Yeah.
And that, I never questioned my score. I drank it and knew what I was rating it almost immediately. And to me, to be able to drink a Pilsner and basically go, that's a 5. To me, that is I'm a barley wine IPA guy.
Right.
I love a good lager, love a good Pilsner, don't get me wrong. But I'm a barley wine IPA stout guy. And if you can give me a Pilsner that not only makes me go, you're a fucking great brewery because of how good this Pilsner is, but take a sip and go, that's a 5, you have to be beer of the night.
I was so ready because I was like, all right, I'm going to give it a 5, but God, I'm going to have to fight about this. And then it was a 5 and a 5. I was like, hell yes. All right,
Hell,
I'm good.
4.5 out of
I
the
know.
Pilsner hater over there.
Get a 10.
Damn.
Oh,
Great
well,
movie, in case you've never seen it.
Well, there might be a drunken movie review for that, so I know. So that shameless plug. We just got someone jumped on Twitch. We got Nathan3367 says, sup.
We
Sup?
always get Twitch people literally as we sign off.
Yeah.
It is
We're signing off.
it is the funniest shit.
Thanks for joining. Bye.
Hey, go back and rewatch it on YouTube or Facebook, my man. It'll be on Twitch all week.
Yeah.
They sit 1 week there,
I
so
think so.
check that out. Check the whole episode out, but definitely check out the OEC Brewing Pilsner review. That was the 4th beer of the night, and it was the one right before our break. It was stupid good. Definitely check it out. Make sure you follow our sponsors on the right. Check out Indie Craft Brew, which is our sponsor of CanCam. If you're in the Indiana area, come to Indiana on Tap events this year. The next one is Savor Lebanon in May. That is going to be a just great event.
Last year was a lot of fun.
I am sure we'll work it out, but like last year, there might be a few discount codes.
we'll work on it.
We'll work on it.
But you know, I haven't really thought of that yet. So
Yeah, I know.
yeah, we
I
do a
just
lot
thought
of
of
work.
it. I
on
just
the show.
did.
We do a lot of work when we're
did.
like sitting here. But no, seriously, check out
Drinking is when you guys do your best work.
check out Indian on Tap. Last but not least, guys, though, follow us on Spotify or Amazon or wherever you do podcasts. We are Two Bearded Guys Drunken Movie Reviews. We literally get drunk on this show.
And then do our other
and
show.
usually drink some more.
Yeah.
And then review the movie that we watched that week. Basically, imagine three buddies hanging out at a bar talking about a movie. Except the only difference is instead of just watching it like whatever, we actually try to watch it with like some idea that, hey, we're reviewing this. Now sometimes
Wait,
we're
we do?
sometimes we're a little drunk and
Yeah.
that goes out the window.
Yeah.
No, it's tail.
I ate pizza and drank beer when I watched this movie, man. I was paying attention. I wasn't like critiquing.
But normally we do. You gotta admit. So
I just enjoy the ride, man.
listen, have a blast. It is a great time.
Listen, 8,900 is what we got to get to. Actually, we got to get above that. So let's go.
So,
Download it.
$9,000.
Again,
Not
check
bad.
out,
$9,000.
and thank you to our sponsors for Two Bearded Guys Drunken Movie Reviews. It is Turfs Up Radio, your industry, your station.
Our drunken review.
We're out of here. I'm TBG_Ops Guy.
Mudhog B&Q.
Today, our guest.
George W. Bush signing off. Thank you, America.